They go play action here on first down. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. For just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They run again on first down. Chubb. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
They go with Chubb on second down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Second down, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Mixon with a first down carry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Dalton now to pass. Try to lay one up deep, and this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Luke Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time for Cleveland. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A give. This is Chubb. He's to the 10. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run with Chubb. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Mayfield to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Throwing, Dalton. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now Landry. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
Mayfield now from the 50. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for the Browns. 46 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 1. They'll go with a keeper. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Baker Mayfield with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Play action now. Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Evans coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Malone. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Dalton throwing on second down. And this one is incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play. If we were watching this in the film room, when you click...
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10. A first down throw for Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Now let's go! Green, 39! Green, 39! Hot! 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 Hot!
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Malone. A good pickup there at 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
368.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Dalton here from the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face a third down. And an alley to run. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Gone!
Here's Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Mayfield on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Gone!
Mayfield off the play fake. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a
rush coming, and he's taken down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw here, Dalton. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
368!
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And caught right side. Green. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Yeah, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. Dalton got his man complete over the middle. That's Malone. And he's got this down to the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Another chance for Dalton. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bullock as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carlos Dunlap in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield on play action. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A good pickup there, a 22.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Mayfield to throw it. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
368!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37, and this one will be brought back to the 22.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They pitch it to Chubb, able to slither by. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Throwing, Mayfield. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Then it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green. 56 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Dalton. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Jordan Evans in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing. Dalton. And the pressure gets to him again. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.